Hi, I'm Dr. Oviedo. I'm a neuropathologist from Central Michigan University College of Medicine, and I am here today at the MIT Museum to look at the Ramon y Cajal exhibit. Let's go. This is Ramon y Cajal sitting in his laboratory with his microscopes. This is where he looked at the neurons under the microscope and then drew their pictures. There were a lot of drawings in the exhibit. Let's take a closer look at some of the best ones. This is a drawing of the brain and cerebellum and spinal cord. You can see the cortical neurons send axons down into the spinal cord where they synapse either on interneurons or directly onto anterior horn cells. The anterior horn cells then activate the skeletal muscle and cause movement. This drawing also shows how the cerebellum modulates this movement. Here we have a drawing of cortical neurons. This drawing shows two large neurons along with a few smaller cells that are surrounding them. These small cells are called astrocytes. Neurons are very large cells that need help with a lot of housekeeping duties. The astrocytes help them with these housekeeping duties. Here we have a drawing of a spinal cord with part of the medulla. You can see this shows how sensory information enters the spinal cord and travels through the spinal cord. This is a remarkable drawing of the hippocampus. The hippocampus is very important for forming memory. This is a drawing of a Purkinje cell from the cerebellum. This is a very complex cell, and Ramon y Cajal would have had to look at numerous microscopic sections in order to be able to make this drawing. This is my favorite drawing of his. So here I am standing in front of two of the drawings that were involved in his winning of the Nobel Prize. Here in this cross section of the spinal cord, you can see that the drawing shows that the neurons are continuous with each other. This of course is incorrect and was known as the reticular theory back in Ramon y Cajal's time. This drawing you can see on the right shows that the neurons are separate from each other. This is correct, and Ramon y Cajal knew that this was correct and supported this hypothesis, which was known as the neuron doctrine. This is the reason Ramon y Cajal won the Nobel Prize. This is a traveling exhibit, so by the time you see this video, it probably won't be at the MIT Museum anymore. But I found it an absolutely remarkable exhibit, and I highly recommend you go see it if it's still available. Or you can also go to Madrid, Spain, of course, to see the Ramon y Cajal Museum, where these drawings normally reside.